Welcome to your weekend. Friday morning here, the world-famous KROQ. It's been a very eventful week with a lot of stuff going on. And I think we've saved the best for last. I really do. And I'm not just saying that. I know you want your Green Day tickets. We'll be grabbing caller 20 in a moment. 800-520-1067. Couple of pairs of tickets to see Green Day. Not only at a top-secret location, but also at the SoFi show tomorrow. So whatever your plans are for the weekend, or maybe you don't have plans, get ready to cancel them. Or you're stuck doing something you don't want to do. What a better way to get out of it than by saying, I got some tickets to see Green Day on KROQ. Anything better than that, Allie? Nothing.
Nope.
So we'll do that for you.
Maybe this is better.
I think that may be better. That's how I'd like to spend my weekend. For sure. For sure. I would think in the history of this radio station that you're listening to right now, there have been quite a few monster careers that have taken off right here on 106.7. You can talk about the Richard Blades of the world all day, the Carson Dailies.
Kevin and Bean Hall of Famers.
You can talk about the great poor man,
Yep.
Dr. Drew, the ace, the original ace, Adam Carolla. But I would say if you're going to really focus on who is the
Mount Rushmore.
pride and joy of this fine radio station,
Rodney Bingenheimer?
it would be Rodney Bingenheimer.
Yep.
That's right, Omar.
Uh-huh.
The pride and joy, and really the only reason that I'm even here today, because it's a guy that I grew up admiring and saying, if I can just follow in this man's footsteps one day, too, I could potentially get on KROQ.
Seems like a theme today.
Meeting
Meeting your
is.
heroes.
Really is. They say never meet your heroes. And I'm glad I got a chance to meet the great poor man who's on with us right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Kimmel is back on KROQ. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, Kevin. How you guys doing?
Well, we're here, and we want to thank you for your generosity always, but specifically as it pertains to Green Day.
Am I caller 20?
You won the tickets. Congratulations. You're going.
You're going to Green Day.
That's exciting. By the way, this whole thing about this secret location, I announced this on the show last night.
By the way, we've gotten so many DMs about it, and people go, hey, by the way, is this your secret location at Jimmy Kimmel's stage?
And we're like, maybe.
We're like, no comment, and everyone's figured it out. It's so stupid.
This is a classic KROQ secret,
I know. Is it shocking that KROQ is being cheap and piggybacking on your stage, Jimmy?
No, it isn't. I mean, I'd be surprised if you guys even have coffee at this point at the radio station.
Our backup plan was a Chuck E. Cheese parking lot in Van Nuys, so thank you for letting us use your stage, dude.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
This is going to be so cool because Green Day is going to do the show for the listeners. We're all going to give away that Corvette, but Jimmy was nice enough to let us kind of use his sweet venue, and then they're going to play on your show as well, which is back live again on ABC.
Yeah, I'm back from my summer journey.
Yeah, I know. I was so jealous. It's like all my heroes in one place. First of all, my favorite place in the world is Italy. It's Jimmy Kimmel. It's Howard Stern. They're hanging out in Italy all summer.
Oh,
I'm sitting in the
so
valley
cool.
watching my kids learn how to swim. I'm like, God damn.
Well, the
they're
water's
living the life.
literally boiling in the pool.
Well, yeah, how was that, Jimmy? Great?
It was great. I mean, you say all summer, but really it was like 6.3 days, very, very tightly scripted to make sure Howard didn't get bored and want to go home early. So it was brief, but it was a lot of fun.
Your show has been on fire since you got back. In fact, I wanted to play this clip because even KROQ getting a mention from the potential future first gentleman of this country.
Thank you for coming and for sharing your life with the whole country.
Well, and
now.
again, you're a part of it. When I moved to town, I listened to KROQ, and then there's this guy called Jimmy the Sports Guy.
Oh, there you go.
And I got to tell you, I followed your whole career being in the entertainment lawyer, but just because you started there, and I've just been rooting for you the whole time, just knowing that you made so many of us happy.
Well, now I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, so thank you for that.
Thank you very much, Doug M.
I mean, that's amazing. You got Kamala's husband saying that he basically was raised on Jimmy Kimmel. He loved growing up listening to you in L.A.
I don't know that that's a good thing for the country, but it's weird. It definitely makes me feel old, that's for sure.
Now
that's pretty nuts, right?
It is. You're back, but I know that obviously you're going to be doing your live shows again. They're already happening. I know Jimmy Fallon announced that he's going to be going to a 4-day work week. Is there any desire for you to do that?
Well, not only is there a desire for me to do it, I've been doing it for about 15 years.
He invented it. Jimmy Kimmel invented it, but you don't know because he plays it so beautifully.
It was a point of much envy on the part of my other late-night talk show hosts. So we all congratulated him when he finally got, because Colbert does 4, and I've been doing 4 for a very long time, and now Jimmy does 4.
When we come over to your stage, we're giving away this car. It's another radio. First time I think a radio station's ever done a car giveaway, so this will go over well. But we're giving away this Green Day Corvette, and everyone has a key, and they get to put it in there. Before we give away the car, would you have any interest in letting Guillermo do a sexy photo shoot on the Green Day signature Corvette?
Well, I mean, listen, you could take that up with him. He might, if you bring a bottle of Don Julio, I think he would probably be open to laying White Snake style across the hood of the car.
It's going to be great.
That would be
I'm
amazing.
going to leave that up to Guillermo when you get there. What makes it a Green Day Corvette? Like, have they driven it? Is there a sticker on it?
Well, they're going to sign it.
Green Day signing the car. That's the deal. And
so is Guillermo.
Yeah, but do you want to know that the reality, Jimmy, is that per usual, we had this idea, we started talking about it on the radio, then the radio station started scrambling with the lawyers because they couldn't figure out how to actually do it. So they ended up just buying a used Corvette, putting a Green Day couple of decals on it, and then we basically need Green Day to sign the car or else we're going to get sued. That's how it works.
Is that true? Is the car even green?
No.
Nope.
No.
I think it's actually pink and black.
Yeah, it's all messed up. Yeah, and it's got a lot of miles on it, too. And it's stick. I mean, there's a lot of issues, I'll be honest. It was not well thought out.
I'm glad things haven't improved at all since 30 years ago when I started at that radio station.
Well, that's what's so amazing is that we're talking about 30-year anniversary of Dookie, but this is also a historic year in the history of Jimmy Kimmel. 30-year anniversary since Jimmy the Sports Guy made his triumphant debut and then immediate exit here at KROQ. And I will say that you were so impactful that still to this day, you got all these idiots like me that are still trying to get into this industry going, if it worked for Jimmy, it could work for anyone. So congratulations on 30 years.
Oh, thank you. I moved here to L.A. a month after the big '94 earthquake, and so there was I somehow weaseled my way into KROQ, and then there was nowhere to live because all the houses had been rented. So for a while, I had to live with the guy who is now my band leader on the show, Cleto, and it wasn't it was not an easy slide into KROQ, and I was not welcomed particularly warmly at the beginning, but I did do 5 solid years, which was, as far as radio stations I've worked at, 5 times longer than any radio stations I worked at before getting fired. So, well,
it's your 30th anniversary, and then it's the 30th anniversary of Dookie. Do you remember that Green Day making its debut on KROQ or meeting them for the first time on the station?
I do, and I will tell you, I remember a couple of things particularly. Number one, Big Tad, who, for those who've been listening a long time, the first time we met Big Tad, who was a character on air and a van driver and a phone screener at the station, he was wearing a Green Day T-shirt that was at least 3 sizes too small for him. Half of his belly was hanging out, and Matt Money Smith, who was working at the time, walked in the studio, and he was almost in tears. He was laughing so hard. He's like, wait till you guys see this guy. and we walked out, and there was Tad, and that's when we fell in love with Tad. And also, we were at the MTV VMAs. It was, Kevin and Bean and Mr. Bertram, Adam Carolla, and there were a bunch of DJs lined up to interview Green Day, in New York. And Adam was dressed as Mr. Bertram, which is not far from how he normally dresses.
Identical.
He looked like some combination of a homeless truck driver. And Green Day, they scanned the group, and they saw Adam, and they didn't know who he was, but they just saw this crazy-looking guy, and they said, the only one we will answer questions from is him.
Oh, God. Great. Hey, look, Adam loves talking, so it was perfect.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel is on KROQ now to basically announce the biggest secret that we have. It's not really been a secret at all. Green Day is going to be on his show. He's letting us use his stage for our show as well, so anyone who wins the tickets will get to come over and see some Jimmy Kimmel as well, and Green Day perform outside. Jimmy, we'll let you reprise your role as one of the greatest KROQ DJs ever, and you get to give these tickets away to caller 20, which puts you in touch with Sam in Long Beach on the phone right now. Give them the good news,
wow.
Jimmy.
Sam in Long Beach, you are caller number 20. Congratulations.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much. I've been calling all week. And I'm a big fan of yours, too, Jimmy. I've been to your show a couple times.
Oh, thanks, Sam. And I'm going to give you some bad news. The bad news is you really could have just come for free. You didn't have to come all week. We don't charge for the tickets. All you have to do is show up, to be honest with you. But we're happy to have you anyway.
The entire week of his
I've been
life.
trying all week for no reason.
Jimmy, can't wait to see you next week. Thank you so much for letting us do this, and congrats on everything. And
Thanks,
whatever,
guys.
we'll catch up.
And congratulations on the whole Barbara Walrus thing.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. I appreciate that. I'm glad I got a mention. Hey, you know what? While we have you, you're a Costco guy. And Klein,
don't do it. No, you're going to embarrass me.
No,
don't do it. Don't do it.
Klein
Jimmy's
does
got to
something
go.
where he loves Costco, and every time he goes to Costco and he sees somebody's cart and he thinks that they have chosen some good items for Costco, he'll give a thumbs up and tell him good shop. Now, is that embarrassing, or is that something that you would endorse?
Oh, I do love Costco, and I have to say it would make me feel very good. So I endorse it wholeheartedly.
Jimmy knows what I'm talking. You see it.
Whoa.
Sometimes
We cross paths in that Costco aisle, and I hope to earn a good shop.
it's nothing better. When you see those carts that have 4 TVs and a bunch of rotisserie chickens and just booze, you're like looking at that person. You're like, they got a good something going on, good shop. I give them a real good thumbs up. Jimmy, we love you, man. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this and
Thanks,
letting
guys.
us use your
We'll
stage.
see you on Monday.
See you
Yep,
Monday with
see
the
you
great
then.
Green Day. It's a top secret location. No one knows.
a secret.
And it's a secret. Shh. And now Green Day on KROQ. Thanks for eavesdropping in on our radio show, you perverts.
Yeah. When you're not being reported by your neighbors, you can check out the podcast or the live show on KROQ or wherever you get your podcasts.
That's right, which apparently is a lot of places. Find Klein Alley's show and listen to this show in its entirety. Plus, if you download and subscribe, we will save a puppy from being executed.
Oh my God, there's puppies being executed?
Oh, there goes another one.
Oh, those are high stakes.